Hey everyone, it's DQ Reads. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing great. So today I wanted to talk about what I've read this November and what I'm reading this December. I'm kind of in a weird place with books right now. I don't have very many new things to read. I really only have one book that I don't really feel like reading because it's a romance. And I don't really want to go buy anything right now because I don't really want to spend a lot of money. So I'm kind of waiting, hoping for Christmas and my birthday and seeing maybe if I get any gift cards. If not, I'll just continue on this rereading train because I have no problem rereading books, and a lot of books I'm honestly thinking about and I'm like, I don't even remember exactly how that ended. Maybe I need to reread it. Breaks like this I actually really enjoy because I get to reread the books that I wouldn't originally reread with new books coming in. I find whenever I have new books coming in, I'm always like, I want to read these ones first, and then the rereads get pushed aside. I have said reread so many times. So let's start with what I've read this November. I'm going to be using my phone to look at my Goodreads app, mainly because I don't really remember yesterday, let alone what I read this entire month. So as I am filming this, it is currently Monday, November 25th. I still have about a week or something left of November. So let me tell you what I have read. So we'll start with the book that I finished in November, but technically started October 30th. And that is The First Phone Call from Heaven by Mitch Albom. I actually did a review on this book on my channel, so if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. And then I reread The 13th Child by Carleen Bradford. This is one of my favorites. I actually did a video on this one as well. Check that one out too. This one I didn't do a video on, and this one I'm a little bitter about. It's a reread as well. It's The City of the Lost series by Kelly Armstrong. And the reason I say series is because I reread this book this time. I originally read it many years ago during the summer. I remember where I was reading it. And it's, for whatever reason, there's like an ebook edition where you get the first book in 6 parts. For whatever reason, originally the first time I read this, I didn't think of that being, I thought like that was the entire series, and I didn't have Goodreads at the time, so I didn't know. And I have since found out that there is more than just this book. This book, although this book is divided into 6 parts, it's actually only the first book of a much longer series, which is upsetting to me because I don't feel like putting out the money right now. And I like reading series back to back to back because I'm weird like that. So after City of the Lost, I started this book because there's technically only 1, not 6. I started it on November 7th and I finished the last one on November 19th. So it took me about a week and a half. And then A Beautiful Composition of Broken was then read by R.H. Sin. This is again a reread. Love this book. I also talk about this book as well. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. So this book says that I like took a really long time to read it, but I swear I did not. It says that I started on November 9th, 2019 and I ended on November 21st, 2019. And that's because I started reading it around the time I read part 1 of City of the Lost. I didn't feel like reading that one, continuing that series, so I decided to go for a lighter not lighter, but like less of a storyline of a book, so just like little poems. And then I didn't end up continuing that book until I was done the City of the Lost book. And then I decided after that book to read Crank by Ellen Hopkins. Now I love her books. I've read quite a few of them. This is probably my favorite, but I mean, I feel like it's a fan favorite and for a reason. It's really good, really interesting, really captivating, which brings me to my December reads. Obviously, it is now still the end of November, as I just said, but I'm going to be continuing to read this book until I'm done all 3 of them. I have all 3, I've read all 3, I love them all. So this is going to kick off my to be read December. We're going to start with, of course, the book I'm currently reading in the series I'm currently reading and will be reading at the beginning of December, which is the Crank series by Ellen Hopkins. Amazing book. I love them. I've read them before, so I can kind of give you a review already. Definitely, if you haven't read them already, pick them up. If you have a teenager, young teenager, tween in your life, pick them up and make them read them. They're very interesting, very captivating, and they have such a insane bold and important message to them. That's my little rant there. But after this, I have some December plans. My big plan this year is I only recently found out that my favorite movie, Christmas with the Cranks, is actually based off a book, which I shouldn't be surprised by because almost every good movie is based off a book. What does that tell you about the film industry? So this year I've decided that I am going to read Skipping Christmas. And I am so excited. I'm also going to read What Light by Jay Asher because it's kind of Christmassy and I feel like it'll help get me in the Christmas spirit. I didn't really have any other planned to be read books for December, mainly because I'm kind of just rereading and waiting. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you stuck around this long, give yourself a big old pat on the back. Please like and comment down below anything you want to see, anything you liked. Have you read Skipping Christmas? I really want to know. Remember to subscribe and turn on your bell notifications. I put out videos every Monday and Wednesday. Bye!